What's up, guys? I'm Reckless, and welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall. It is Friday, October 20th, 2017, and that means it is week number 6 of Xur. So, Xur is located on Titan at the rig, so let's go see what he has in his wonderful quickie mart. Xur! What's up, dude? So, like always, we are going to start from the left-hand side all the way to the right. And the weapon of the week is the Sweet Business. It's a decent impact, great, decent range, I guess. Great stability, not so good handling or reload speed, with a RPM of 360, as well as a magazine size of 99 rounds. The intrinsic perk on this badass is called Payday, which larger magazine, increased accuracy when firing from the hip. Then we have polygon rifling, high caliber rounds, business time, which holding down the trigger boosts this weapon's range and rate of fire and automatically loads ammo pickups into the magazine. And last but not least, we do have composite stock. Real quick, I will say, grab this right now. If you do not have a Sweet Business, go ahead and grab this. This thing is a handheld minigun. This thing actually does a lot of damage in PvP if you know how to use it correctly. Obviously, you need to let that RPM spin up a little bit fast before you actually use it. However, it's pretty decent in PvE, but definitely, I would say a more PvP weapon. So, with that said, I am going to give this a Tier 2 in PvP, as well as maybe a Tier 2 to 2.5 in PvE. It is a great gun, it really is. And if you want to shred a lot of ads, then by all means, yes, do it with this. But I definitely think it shines a lot more in PvP than it does PvE. If you guys don't know what my tier scale is, I will put it down in the description below. That way you guys can actually check that out. Next exotic we will be going over is the Raiden Flux for the Hunter class. It has a lot of mobility and resilience. Intrinsic perk on this is Snap Peas Junctions, which quick successive attacks with arc staff increase its damage output and duration. Then we have Plastisteel Reinforcement mod and Restorative mod. If you are a hunter and you like pole dancing, by all means grab this exotic if you do not have it. Just because it is definitely a good exotic for your pole dancer. I like using it primarily in the raid a lot, because when you're doing Callus, you can just kill all those ads and just keep going onto the other sides and continue killing ads, given that there aren't other people actually killing ads with you. However, go ahead, grab this, because it is definitely a good exotic in PvE. I would say it's more of a PvE than it is a PvP, just for the simple fact of there's only 4 enemies in PvP. So, yeah, PvE works a little bit more, better, but it does have its usefulness in PvP as well. So, opposite of what I said of the Sweet Business, I would consider this a Tier 2 in PvE and a Tier 2 to 2.5 in PvP. Next exotic we'll be going over is the Doomfang Pauldron for the Titan class. This has a decent amount of resilience with a little bit of recovery. Intrinsic perk on this is Horns of Doom, which shield bash, melee kills, recharge, shield throw. And then we also have melee ability kills, recharge, sentinel shield super. Then we have Plastisteel Reinforcement mod, as well as Restorative mod. I am going to give this a Tier 2 across the board, because when you guys are using that Sentinel tie-in, you guys are Captain America. I was gonna say Captain America-ing. Not even a word. But anyways, when you're doing your fucking Captain America thing, this thing is fucking awesome. So by all means, go ahead, grab this bitch, because wow. That's all I can say about it is wow. Just grab it. Tier 2, top and bottom, PvE and PvP, just grab it. Anytime you can get a second Captain America throw is awesome. Next exotic we will be going over is the Winter's Guile for the Warlock, with a little bit of mobility, with twice as much recovery. Main perk on this is Warlord Sigil, which eliminating enemies with melee attacks increase your melee damage. And then we have Mobility Enhancement mod as well as Plasticity Reinforcement mod. Real quick, you see the hype that I gave Sweet Business, Raiden Flux, as well as Doomfang Pauldron? What do you think is going to happen with Winter's Guile? Not that. I do not really like the Winter's Guile personally in PvE or PvP. Yes, it makes your melee a little bit stronger, but there are better exotics out there. And because of that, in PvE, this will get, yes, a high rating because you can melee thralls and like taking thralls all the time, and the effect of this will keep going up. But anything other than that, then you're really just melee into melee, you know. You might as well use the Karnstein armlets, and when you melee, get all your other abilities up anyways. So, in PvE, it will get a tier 2, maybe even a tier 2.5, but in PvP, it's really not that good. I probably most likely will give this a tier 3 to 3.5, just because, you know, the perk doesn't really work that well. You know, unless you stack up on it and get kills in PvP, you know, and finish them off with a melee, the perk in this, the intrinsic perk, is not going to benefit you at all. Just grab it and shard it. And that, fellow Guardians, brings us to the end of the video. Like and share it if you felt it was helpful. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more Destiny content. Feedback really helps me out. Thank you guys for all of your support. And remember, less guns doesn't mean less crime. And I will see you guys next time.